What's going on, y'all? Charles McCutcheon here. I'm your favorite entrepreneur. I'm going to go over, I'm going to send y'all this T12. I'm going to put it in a group. I don't know if I'm going to email it, but I'm going to put it out there so y'all can kind of go over with me. And a T12, y'all don't need to see my pretty face. A T12 is only something you're going to get from either the broker or the owner. And you see it has months on there: July, August, September, October, November, December, blah, blah, blah. So what that's telling you is it's a breakdown of when these things were paid. This has everything to do with expenses and everything like that. So it has everything to do with, it's a trend when you look at a T12. You got so much stuff on here. And I'm like I said, I'm going to go through each little piece of it so you can see it for yourself. Hold on, let me see something. Hold on for 1 sec. Bam. Y'all don't need to see my pretty face, as I said, but y'all have this up here. So what it's doing is you look at this from left to right, and the numbers, hopefully they're going to be increasing. As y'all see, these, some of these numbers are going to be off. Some of them are significant as far as a big impact, and some of it you're just going to take note that, okay, well, it was lower in October than it was in November, okay? So you're looking for major spikes and stuff like that. I'm going to go to the first one. You see market rent. And all you do is kind of go over and you see 38, 37, 36, 37. You're looking at the market rent. And this is what the broker is telling you what the rents are for the property. Now, this could be wrong. These are just what the broker gives you. And all this plays a role in how you value a property and see how much you're going to pay for it. And then you go to loss, that lease loss to lease. And all that's telling you, that's the difference between the market rents and the actual rents on the property. And you see that, you see some little bitty spikes here. I'm just looking at things and seeing, well, look at that. That means that they may be close to what the market rents are. That's all it's telling you. And you're really going to get this total right here. And this total on the T12 should mimic what you receive on your rent roll. And, that'll come up here shortly as well. You have gross potential rent. This is if you collected all the rents, that's what you're going to be receiving if you collected all the rents during this month. And then this is just a total again. And you keep going vacancy. And that should be self-explanatory. Vacancy, as you look down the thing, you look at June. Right now, the month of June, where is it? Over. See, January, not that much. But June, you're just looking at different spikes and just trying to figure out, okay, why is this 862 and why is this, you could tell a little bit from your T12, just how much was vacant. Revenue, you look at bad debt. Gross potential rents is already out there. Vacancy, bad debt, concessions. So what this is telling you is this is people who didn't pay or what have you, and how much money you have out there. So you look at, August, 5,000, that's a big number, but you have to recover that money. The 5,000 got to come from somewhere. And so as you're looking at the money right there, you either get rid of those people or they're going to pay that bill. Come down, you see RUB income. That's really utility reimbursements if you have it. And you can't make a profit from it, but, if you have to reimburse somebody's utility because, their lights off or something like that, that's just money that comes in for that. Then you see the standard water, sewer, trash. And when you look at trash, so trash to me is a contract service. Sometimes they break it out and sometimes they put it together, and you'll see as we go through, you see they put contract services here, and then they put trash down here. So they broke it apart, and that's okay for theirs. So what I would do is I would add trash to the contract services, and then that number is going to change. All you're doing is adding that number to the trash, and then, the trash will change. And it depends on where they're getting it done, because that may be a value play, meaning that we could get it lower than $4,622. I don't care if it's $1,000 lower, it's still lower. So as you go through, all these numbers add up to something. And it's all about expenses, y'all. Everything comes down to the expenses. And what I do is I look at the rent and how much money is coming in, and total expenses should be half of the rents. And when you get these T12s and profit and loss statements and rent rolls, a lot of the times it's significantly less than what it should be. Their expenses are significantly less. And you know, they're trying to make a profit just like everybody else. I'm trying to make sure that the numbers are out there. When you have a property that's been out there for a while, let me stop this. Hold on. When you have a property that's, everybody's going to this doggone event, but when you have a property that's been out there for a while, that's like 1936 or old property, I usually charge for the expenses. I look for 55%. You know, only because that's a big number. You know, you're not just messing around with no small numbers. You got to make sure that, you know, what you're putting out there, you're going to make that money back. That's what I'm looking at. It's like, how can I make that money back? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull up something real quick. Let me see. It's a rent roll. Let me see if I can get it. Let me get out of it first. Boom. Hey, okay. Wow. I'll pull it up. I'm all up in the camera, you know what I mean? So check this out. So this is a rent roll. And this is you're going to be taking the same information from the T12, the rent roll, and the, looking at the expenses to get, what you're going to get. So this is like the types, and I know y'all see this is a 2-1, 1-1. How many different units for the different types? That makes a difference. What a lot of investors like, if the total is 57, I would want an even mix of units. That's just me. And when you got to look at the square footage. A lot of people like, bigger houses. You get a 2-1 that's 1,000 square feet by 500, 627 square feet. Most people are going to go for the 1,000. But, it's just neither here nor there. That's just information. Then you look at the effective rents in the area, then the market rents, and you try to see, here's an airplane. Everything's going to happen when I'm doing this. It doesn't matter. So you're looking, this is a poor rent roll to me, because I want to kind of break it down even more. But sometimes you gotta beg and borrow just to get the doggone information. And sometimes you're not going to get a T12. Sometimes you're going to get skewed information. Sometimes the information will be very detailed. And what you're doing with these numbers is you're going to paint a picture. That's all you can do. So this is just a little insight on rent roll. What we're going to be doing is I'm going to give you an Excel spreadsheet. I'm going to give you all the 12 unit that I've been working on and the numbers, and we're going to have to break that down to its very last compound. See how it sounds a little, so we're going to have to break that down, because I want y'all to see what I see in the numbers and how you can change the price of, they want $699, you change it to $600,000, and how those numbers just change. And anytime you change the price of it, you got to change the taxes. Just help you understand. This is just part of what we're going to be doing, y'all. It's just information. Y'all take it easy. Let me get out of this. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop this video. Stop.